Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing a little new take on Norman Bates as a Yandere. I really played into his DID. For those who do not know, DID is dissociative identity disorder, and it's when you dissociate and have a different alternate personality. Basically, it's was once called multiple personality disorder, but it's actually a dissociative disorder where you dissociate and you take on one of your other personalities. Now, people with DID are usually not like Norman Bates or like the guy from Split and Glass and all that. They are typically victims of was it called victims of crimes and such, as well as most people with mental illness. It's very rare that people with DID or other mental illness become serial unalivers. So anyways, let's get on to the video. Disclaimer: Norman Bates is not a Yandere in canon. He is mentally ill in canon, but this is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and Yanderes is fine, just do not be illegal or gross about it, and remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life, and neither are serial unalivers or slashers. Thank you. Now let's get on to the video. Norman has mommy issues. That is for sure. I'm giving you some backstory so you know what's going on, because not everyone knows Norman Bates. His mother was not a good mother at all. She was abusive and was one of the main reasons that Norman had DID. For those who do not know, DID is after prolongs of emotional, physical, or actual, aka adult stuff, abuse that happens in your childhood typically. Norman loved his mother very much, and he wanted to be with her in a way that was not good. The sweet home Alabama way. He did end up unaliving his mother and her boyfriend. He made it look like a murder-suicide. And this was the first time he switched to his alter, Norma. He has 3 personalities / alters. Norma is the most dominant one. Norman is the less dominant one, and which is his true self, most likely. And Normal, which is the least dominant one, just keeps the motel making money and such, and is the normal, basically typical person that you would see. Norma and Norman would get into fights where Norma won a lot of the time. In comes in comes you. You were something that Norman had never seen before. Staying at his motel, he knew that he wanted you, as did Norma and Normal. If you were a female or assigned female at birth, Norma says you were the only good girl and that you had to be protected. If you were a male, she would say similar things, that you had to be protected from this cruel world and all that. And all those terrible all the terrible women as well, because they are sinful. She is the only one who is not sinful. Either way, Norma approves, and all 3 agree that you are theirs and theirs alone. They do everything to keep you at the motel, break in your car to start with so that you cannot leave, and all the way up to locking you away in their house so you can never ever leave them. They had a hard time sharing you. Norma and Norman get into arguments a lot about who can have you and make you theirs. They tend to be very selfish about who can have you the most. They also do not hide anything from you, at least mostly anything. They would also unalive for you with ease. Any woman that spent too much time near you was as good as unalived. Any man who got too close to you or had an interest in you was also as good as unalived. They were extremely protective and manipulative as Yanderes, using Norman's shyness and meek personality to get closer to you. To easily manipulate you and get their claws into you. Norman is the one who is sweet of you and tries his best to protect you from Norma, aka Mother. He does not want her to lash out at you, and he knows you do not deserve it. You are the only good thing in the world. Norma would be the one to use physical punishments to get you to behave. She calls Norman weak and that he is not worthy of you. She would be the one to decide to lock you up so you cannot leave them. Normal is the one who takes care of you, more or less, making sure you eat and apologizing for the two others. He did not want you to hate them for what two of them did. In the end, they would end up sharing you, but Norma would be the most controlling. If they had rivals, those rivals would be as good as unalived as well. Norma, being the part of the Yandere mind trio, who is the one to unalive them. They would confess to you, and if you said yes, they all would take turns kissing you very, very much so. If you say no, Norman starts to panic. Normal is in shock, and Norma, well, she takes over and knocks you out, and then she locks you away. You want to be a brat and reject their love? Well, then you can be punished. You will learn to love them one way or another. Mark her words. They all agree that having you as their love is the most important thing, and nothing can get in the way of that. Nothing at all. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. I did touch on a few things with it and such that I hope that you all enjoyed. I wanted to take a new take at it because I have written Norman Bates as a Yandere before in the past, but focused just on him. So I thought I would, now that I'm learning more about DID for various reasons. I learned that it is very different and that they would all be involved if one of them was a Yandere, especially the host. It would be likely that the others would follow as well. Or not. Sometimes it's very different. It's like a 50-50 chance. So I took the 50 that it would be. Now, if you would like to see more slashers and stuff, comment them below. I have them in a playlist at the end of the video of all the spooky stuff that I do, like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, The Boy, etc., all that stuff. So check that out, and I hope that you enjoy that. And now on to Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. And thank you, Wicked Brony, for being my second patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Wicked Brony. I appreciate you as well. You are stunning, beautiful, gorgeous. Mwah. I hope that you all enjoyed this. And if you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it. And now back to regular outro. Welcome back to regular outro. I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you want to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it. Remember, Pride Month is coming up, so Pride Month is going to be busy with 5 Father Day specials and also about a lot of specials that include trans, ace, non-binary listeners, etc., and trans listeners, and also ace yanderes and all that stuff, and trans yanderes. So wait, I hope that you all enjoyed that, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro, secret outro with a baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro, and the secret outro of the day is: would you want to be a partner to one or all three of these personalities in one person, or just Norman? I would just say just Norman, but still, because I am a female, I think Norma would not like me, so I would have to take them all as all at Yandere. And would you smash Norman Bates? Yes or no? I would at least once. Just once. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye-bye!